Hi. In Java, a queue, short for double-ended queue, is a flexible data structure that allows you to add and remove items from both the front and the back. It combines the behavior of both a stack, which removes the last item added, and queue, which removes the first item added. The custom uh, the custom liquidity class, yani this class, uh, is exploring we are exploring here is implemented using a doubly linked list, which means each element or node in the list keeps track of both the next and previous nodes. This allows us to easily traverse and modify the list from either direction. Now let's go to through each part of the code step by step and explain what is there in simple language. Is a class node class, yeah, private t data, t node next, need previous, private need data structure, this one, no, and data, the value sorted in the node next, a reference, I'll point to the node next in the queue, a reference previous, a reference to the previous node, these methods, and then by using the next construction node t data and then private node front node back methods head tail methods and then dq methods we have um, this the construction methods we have created an instance of the dq class. This method is automatically called is simply it sets both the front of the back of the DQ to null, meaning that our DQ is initially empty. There are not yet method at the front methods. These methods at the front methods. Public at the front node, new node entry. If it's empty, front new node. Next, this method is used when we want to do add elements to the front of the DQ. First, we are creating a new node and store the name entry value inside it. Front new node, new node. Else, we check if the DQ is empty using the empties methods. These methods, yeah, this one. And then if it's empty means is empty. That means this new node will be the only node in the deco. So we set the both front and back to this node. New node to front. Yeah, this also method. If the DQ is not empty, we need to insert new node in front of the current front. First, we set new node next in front, which connects new node exists the first node when they set the front previous new node, so the current fronts what's behind it. Finally, we update new nodes, making it the new front of the DQ. This one method. And the public void add to back methods. These methods adds new value to the back of the DQ, just like before. We create a new node with the given data is empty. If the DQ is currently empty, we again assign this node. We will use both of the and front of the back as methods. And then if it's not empty, we connect the correct back to new node using backnext text backs next new node. Then we connect the new node methods, new nodes, and then lastly we update the back reference to update your new node, making this not element methods, remove front methods. Yeah, this method is empty to run new illegal stage indicates empty methods. Yeah, this method removes and returns to the form element of the DQ. If the DQ is empty, we can't remove anything, so we throw an exception to signal an error. T data, front next methods. And then if DQ is not empty, if the DQ is not empty, Firstly, first we store the data from the correct front node so we can return it later. Then we move to front pointer to the next node, effectively removing the first one. If front null back null methods. Now we check is deco methods. If so, we also clear the vector reference. Otherwise, we remove the backward front node and remove back methods. Remove back methods. If it's empty, just like remove front, these methods removes to the last element of the deco. If empty, we throw an error. See that a vector back previous method. And then so we that at the back move the back pointer to the previous node. If back null, front null, else back next. If there is no more node left, we also clear the front. Otherwise, we remove the forward link from the new back node. New back node. Return data. Finally, return the removed data methods. And then get front methods. Public is this method just looks at the front of the item without remove it. If it is empty, if it is empty, uh, empty, it throws an error. Otherwise, it returns data from top node and get back method. Method is similar. Get front method is too similar. Exempt in the return back data front end data illegal sign because empty methods different front data, different back data. Yeah, this method similar yet front, but it likes at the last item instead. And it is empty methods is event method. This method returns true both front and back are null, meaning there are no elements in the queue. These methods, yeah. And then public void clear methods front null, back null. This method removes all items from the DQ by setting both pointers to null. Discussing implementation of DQ class in Java gives us full control over both of ends in the list. Thanks to use double linked list. We can effectively add, remove, or access elements from either front to back constant time. Every method is class in carefully designed to main structure in the code. And then the could demo test class since we have implemented our custom decode class these methods. Yeah, these methods at the front decode methods and then add to back methods, t remove methods, t remove back, remove front back, and then get front and get back, and then pub clear methods. These methods, this one, yeah. We have some methods, yeah, and then class demo. We have defined the public class demo, DQ demo. Once DQ demo, this class demonstrates each method in the DQ class by create spirits series of actions and predicting the results. Let's now go through the entire Rikidama class step by step, explain what each line does, how. And then class DQ demo shows and main state and new object in here DQ struct in generic class T is input string, yeah, these methods. And then first, we create a new instance of the DQ store string elements and then adding elements Ali Aisha. This one is DQ is empty. Yeah, DQ is empty. Yeah, true. And then now with empty method to check if the DQ is correctly empty and print the results. And then Ali Aisha edit Zainab entry at back front method using this one, and then stamp print element get front get back methods, and then remove front remove back, and then get front get back methods DQ is empty, uh, debug method, this one, yeah, yeah, stamp println, and then in here, this one.